It's looking good. Says it's working. Must be working. Sunday, 9 o'clock. Good evening, folksicles. How are you? Right, I know there's some people watching because I can see you chatting already. Yeah, I'm doing that neck thing again. The screen over there. It's going to be interesting. I'm going to end up with whiplash like this, aren't I? Or a crick neck. The big question of the evening is Jaffa cakes or frazzles? Yeah? Tamsin saying, what do you call it? Frazzles, then Jaffa cakes? Frazzle cakes? Jez is on the ball. There's still time to grab a Coke. Got a coffee. With the weekend has had frazzle cake. Yeah, my weekend's been, to be truthful, past few days have been a bit crazy. Yes, apologies, no video on Thursday. Kerry's nan was taken seriously ill and it was looking kind of terminal. Yeah, and so everything just went hot up, sort of middle of the week onwards. She's a lot better, and now we're looking at a recovery process, thank God. Yeah, but while she was there, the hospital was set on fire and we had a major incident and lots of drama. And then, yeah, apologies that there was no natter day at the start of this morning. Yeah, I am kind of gutted about that, but Kez lost my phone yesterday. Yeah, and I kind of need it for the sort of interaction of natter day. So, yeah, you know what? I'm just not going to plan anything in the future. I'm just going to do whatever I do, and then, you know what I mean? Because there's no point me planning anything. No point whatsoever. Yeah, so anyway, you know the drill. If you're here, say hello. I'm going to scroll through the names and we'll see who's here. Anyone seen Garrison lately? I haven't seen him for a few chats. I had a dream about him last night. That's a scary thought, isn't it? I was dreaming about Beasts of War. It was rather surreal. Right, I see Anthony, Tanzin, Inch, Surreal, Rudy, Undog, Warhammer Workshop, Anita, Gary, Jazz, and Critical, Mark, John. Where was it? There's lots of Draxish, Daniel. Oh God, it's getting all confused. It's all going to pot. Max, Michael, Piston, Chosen, Evil Muffin. Love that name. Raven Guard, Bram, Joe's, Average Lime. Easiest way to make God laugh is to tell him you have a plan. Do you know what? Mike, a friend of mine, he told me that quote a long time ago, and probably about 20 minutes ago, I was babbling to myself in the kitchen, and yeah, best way of doing it. I was just thinking about how to start the show and start about, sorry about. It's like, yeah, it is. Yeah, there's no point in me planning anything. Right, I'm going to be here in spirit tonight. My admin capabilities will be reduced as I am making a Greek pantheon for tomorrow. 50% less of the 50% less than 50% of the way through. You can do it, Jace. Come on, boy. You can do it. Right. Greek pantheon for a Monday. Did Tom tell you late about a homework? That sounds like a, oh, Dad, I've got to have a Greek pantheon for tomorrow. I've been there. LDG, Graham, Jeff. No plan survives first contact with the enemy. No plan survives anything in this household. Max was playing Battlefield 1. Nice one. Beth did. I'm reading that off that screen. It hasn't even popped on that one. Had to be Tom or Beth. You better win, lad. You better win or I'm going to suspend your admin capabilities. Don't you dare lose. You're a terrainiac, man. You're a terrainiac moderator. It's going to go down. In fact, you know how you lot are taking the pee out of me and the terrainiacs group every week? Yeah? In case Beth doesn't win, yeah. Oh, I'm going to put our video out and everything. I'm having you, Jace. I'm so having you. Looks like a late night. What's Beth doing? She watching TV like mine normally do. You've got it covered, Dad. I know you're fine. So anyway, that's what's been happening for me this week. So a crazy week. I'm still hoping my phone has been handed into the police and will turn up in due course. We were at sort of a little park event, and there were a couple of PCSOs there. They're like police support people, you know what I mean? And I'm sure that they were there. So, and it was round about pack up time, and I'm just fingers crossed. I mean, it's been blocked and everything. It's been reported. So, fingers crossed on the phone turning up. Bit gutted about that, to be perfectly honest. Yuri, greetings, dude. Improvise, adapt, overcome. I'm having Kelly's. She can't say anything about it because she lost mine. Give me a phone. Give me a phone. You don't need a phone. I need a phone. I need a phone to take photos. I am gutted because, you know, if it has gone, you know, there were a load of photos that weren't backed up. Running around the house in PJs doing a song and dance show for a mum. Oh, there you go, Jason. That's the curse of the terrainiac, though, isn't it? You know, we really do get scuppered when it comes to, like, you know, we've got to build this for school. Let's drop Dragmal for now, eh? I've had enough of Dragmal. Oh, James, calm down. That's not us, mate. We're all positive and fluffy. We leave the real world outside. Yeah, Jace is currently pushing the Terrainiac group. I also recommend you follow the Facebook page. Yeah, that's because live shows, I announce them on there. Yeah, because we know what YouTube is like to, like with, you know, notifying you if I'm doing a live stream. We seem to have got a bit better at this. I mean, how many people we got watching? Oh, good 50, 60 now. But yeah, since I've got back and started doing it regular. Now, as always, yeah, I've made it my weekly terrain special, so we're going to cut into the train in a little while. Yeah, we'll just have a little nap first, and then we'll do our terrain Q&A. Yeah. Now, next thing I'd like to talk about is my video this week. Yeah, it was a dinky little video, just an urban street scatter, and I had no idea it would start where it started. Palletgate. Oh, it started off as a mass argument about what pallets were right and what pallets were wrong, and ended up with everyone suddenly realising, damn, there's a lot of different pallets in the world. Yes, it was pointed out to me that, yeah, pallets shouldn't be painted. Which seemed rather strange because, you know, most UK pallets are painted. But it turns out most US pallets aren't painted. Then it started talking about the design. And we have learned lots about the design of pallets. Should have saved that graphic. Yeah. There's one on the Terrainiac groups in a comment. Yeah. On Palletgate, on someone who's made some pallets. Yeah. And it's all the different open weave, close weave, winged. You can have bits sticking over the edge. You don't need to trim them up. Yeah. Some pallets do literally have bits sticking over the edge. Yeah. You can have reversible. Yeah. And that's where they've got pedal straps on both sides. Yeah. So basically, fundamentally, what to take away from this, yeah, is do your pallets however the bloody hell you want to do them. Yeah. Because trust me, it don't matter. No matter how you do your pallets, someone has done them. I mean, did you know most pallets are square? Except for Euro pallets. Typical bloody Europeans. No, we're not getting political. That wasn't a start of some political. I'm just saying, you know, it was just a reference that, you know, pretty much all pallets are square except the Euro pallet, which isn't. Yeah, so we'll leave that right now. Trust me, I have had enough of politics for now. Don't even go there. Yeah, Jace is doing the fundraising. Yeah, I'm going to have to monitor my Gmail because I don't have a phone to check anymore. Streamer health is good. Oh, I've got a service update. You've got money, £2. Daniel's in. Right, let's get Daniel on the screen. He sent us a nugget. Nice. Oh, he sent us a couple of nuggets. Nice one, buddy. Oh, you're making me sit up. No, I need words there in that box. Yeah, that's. So there you are. Oh, new one. Hey, Ingeborg. Oh, yeah. Oh, Ingeborg. Okay, Ingeborg has thrown a few nuggets this way as well. I can see this is going to be one of those shows. You're going to have me typing up on this. I need an automated script for this. Surely there's an automated script for this sort of thing. Ingeborg. I'm sticking with Ingeborg. You lot can tell me if I'm right or wrong. You know the drill. Right, there we go. Okay, yeah. Right, that's it. I'm going to have to go back to the comments for a minute now. Right, there we are. Where's my comments gone? There we are. Max. Hey, Mel. Second time I graduated from school on Tuesday. Really excited about it. We're building some battleships with my grandson soon. Granddad soon. Awesome sauce, mate. Absolutely awesome. Most 2x2 tiles are 2x2 apart from... Oh, Rudy. You can calm down. How are you tonight? Brian, I'm very well. Inge is in the what you call it? In the chat. Thank you kindly, buddy. Save your questions for later. We'll do terrain in a little while. Yeah? We'll do the terrain questions in another 5-10 minutes. It's all right. Yeah? I'm expecting Kerry to come home very shortly. She's at the hospital at the moment. I know when Kerry comes home, yeah, the dog will go crazy. I also know that there's 2 children upstairs that haven't been put to bed yet. So we've got incoming and outgoing. And I just know it's easier just to let's chill for, we're only first 10 minutes in, guys. Yeah, so anyway, pallet gate. Do them however you want to do your own pallets. Because trust me, yeah, they come in all different ways. No, I didn't. Did he lose it? No, I didn't lose it. Look, I was dressed up in a sumo suit fighting Corbin. Okay, I passed my phone, yeah, over to Kerry because it died. It was like, just save that for me because I didn't want to crack it. Then, no, I wasn't fighting Corbin, I was fighting Willow. Yeah, she could barely move in one of these sumo suits. I was, faking it. She took me down 3 times in a row. So fingers crossed. But anyway, Kez lost it. You also know when she comes in, you'll get a cuppa. We'll see. What about palm shaped pallets? Seen that scene in Little Nicky? With the pineapple? Special place in hell for people like you, Rudy. We demand sumo suit photos. I think Kez has got some on her phone. I'm sure we can pull those out somewhere. You know me. Faking it. Yeah, all right, mate. Red Green's in the house. Hello, bud. Right. So, what to talk? Oh, I have got a bit of an update. Right, we've got a couple more sort of urban scattery watch clip videos, just the ones that I was finishing off and the ones that I didn't manage to get up on Thursday and that sort of stuff. There's been a massive request for body bags. It seems I can do them, yeah, but it's a little bit too much work, yeah, for it not to be a patron video, but it doesn't seem enough terrain for it to be a patron video. And so I'm like, I'm not gonna. You see, if I'd fitted them in with the bin bags, it would have been an easy process. But I've still got the entire filming and editing process, so it's like, oh, what do I do? Yeah. So I'm not sure on body bags. I'll see if I can squeeze one in, or we might do a little one for later in the month. Catch you later, Joe. Do you do any shows in Ireland? No, mate, I don't. I didn't know there were shows in Ireland. No, I'm not taking the mick. I just genuinely, other than the guys at Beasts of War, I didn't think there was much wargaming going on in Ireland, to be truthful. No, it was lost in a what you call it, in a park. So it's 8th edition. We all know that God are going to suffer, especially after they screwed the tank rules. Never give up. Never surrender. No one's bringing my guard down. So anyway, yeah, do your pallets however you want. We've got a couple more videos coming out next week, but yeah, they're already made. I start building this next week. Probably about Tuesday, Wednesday, I think I'm kicking in. Now, where's the button? Where's find? Ah, not that one. I will be building. Come on, then. Come on. That. That is the Fabled Realms. Now, I know you lot have been bugging me for a while, yeah, that I need to get into some smaller scale terrain. Yeah, well, you know me. In for a penny, in for a pound. If we're going to do it, we'll do something a bit interesting. Yeah, and so I am building that. And I am building it on a 4 foot by 2 2/3 roughly board. Yeah, it's going to be a big beast. Yeah, I'm just looking at the comments because, yeah, I know. Basically, what you call it? Foreground. They've been developing this game. If you've been following Beasts of War, you know you're following various footage from Facebook and all that sort of stuff. You'll know. Basically, they've designed this map's actually been existing for ages. Yeah, they've been role playing it for bloody donkey's years, and then with each of the sort of regions they've role played in, they've developed a terrain range. Yeah, and then they finally sort of all pulled it together and thought, well, you know, we've got the world, we've got the terrain, we might as well go for the full game. And so they're doing like a skirmish game. Yeah, Fabled Realms, and these are the lands that I've got to create. Now, I'm thinking carving it out of foam. Yeah, on a large baseboard, obviously, and building it up. Yeah, I'm not sure what to do on the sea, whether we go resin, whether we just go, you know, a thick, like thin coat of Envirotex. I'm not sure, because that's a lot of sea. I'm also a bit curious about the details, but it's an adventure. So, let me come back. Yeah, so that's where I'll be building. What scale is that? Oh, I don't even know. I'll have to actually have a look at the map and see if there's a scale on it. I don't think there is actually a scale on the map. I mean, there should be. It's mostly CAD, baby. Gate Gray. Is it mostly CAD who's done it? Why not do a globe? Because I can't. The map that it's on isn't the whole world. You know, I think it's so much of the world, and so I can't do the rest of the world because I haven't got a map of it. But yeah, what do you call it? I'm not sure if it's going to be a display piece. I'm not sure if it's going to be a campaign piece. Well, I'm still figuring out what we're going to do about how about to represent the cities and the towns and that sort of stuff. I mean, at that sort of scale, woods are just going to be represented by, like, you know, I'm thinking fine clump foliage. I mean, even big clump foliage is going to be too much. Do you know what I mean? So fine clump foliage, and it is very much going to be the rolling hills, and so it's going to be interesting. It is going to be interesting. Now this name is taken. The cardboard box tutorial, bags and pallets, was one of the cleverest things I've seen. The box looks so good. I was quite chuffed with the box as well. It turned out well. Thank you, bud. How about a... I keep getting a pop-up from Microsoft Office. Office root. That doesn't sound good, does it? That never sounds good. I'm just wondering what Microsoft Office thing is working. Oh, what are you doing, boss? Right, get rid of that. It's a scam. Oh, nice one, dude. Right, second time. Just out of curiosity, is this model of a map yours to keep? No, no, it's a commission. Ever since got laid off back in March, I've been looking at taking a few commissions on, and yeah, because YouTube does well. It's sort of 3 days a week, but the other 2 days a week I need to find a wage, sort of thing. I take it the favour work doesn't have any cats or other they'd push everything off the edge if it's flat. The game is I'm deeply involved, but is responsible for the creation, from what they told. Right. Turn it off. It's a scam. Yeah, the thing is, I've virus checked it 100 times. It's just a little pop-up that pops up every so often. Yeah, and literally, I have virus checked it. Malware Bytes, Trend Micro, Panda Security. Yeah, I've run the cleaner on it, and there's nothing. Also, I'm really, really paranoid about downloading dodgy stuff and all that sort of stuff. So, yeah, Westy. Hey, Jerry. Right, anyway, so yeah, I'm building the Fable Realms. Now, the plan is I'm going to do it over 4 weeks, but here's the thing. I'm going to do a weekly update for you, yeah, on what I'm doing. Now, normally when I do these sort of projects, what I'll do is I'll do like a video log, or I'll try to, and then that normally breaks down. Yeah, it worked well with the D-Day board. You like that, and I like that. Yeah. So my idea is what I'm going to do is do a video log of it, yeah. But instead of filming tutorials, yeah, and taking bits out of it to share with you guys, I can't really do that with this one, yeah. Because if you think about it, it's not different. It's not. It's such a specific project, yeah, that the tutorials would almost be the steps of the build. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I don't see them standing alone unless you were tackling a similar project, in which case each tutorial would just be a step of the build. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to try and tie it into sort of like because I'll be honest with you, yeah, I love maps, but I've never attempted anything like this before. Yeah, so from the point of making 3D maps, I'm in no way an authority. I've got an idea how I want to do it, but I'm not speaking from experience. And so I don't feel justified in doing tutorials as such. But if I do like a video log sort of thing where I show you the techniques and where I'm going, then if, my terrain knowledge applied to this project is right, yeah, then you should be able to see, yeah, this is what Mel's done and that's the result. And if it isn't right, then you'll know what not to do. And then you'll be able to see as I sort of try and figure out how to fix it. Yeah, cards on the table, guys, you know what I mean? But I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I'm not really that worried. There's a couple of elements with regards to the mountains and how am I going to represent the roads and a bit on the sea. Yeah, but I know they're doable. Yeah, I've just got to figure them out. Most of it is, yeah, no worries. I'm happy. I know what I'm doing. Yeah, so I'm not concerned about it. But one of the other things that I've been messing around with a lot lately, yeah, uh, is filming live from the studio. Now, I've had a big sort around, I've rearranged cameras, I've mounted camera points off shelving and stuff like that. So I'll be able to, what you call it? I'll be able to do this live. So the plan is every week we're going to have a live build from the studio, and the idea is, yeah, whatever the what you call it, the weekly vlog will hopefully come out on a Thursday. Yeah, that's when you'll get caught up. And then an hour or two after the vlog comes out, I'll be going live working on the project. So you'll be able to sort of like, you know, see where I am now, sort of thing. Yeah, so that's the idea. Now, that's the plan. But we know what we think about plans, don't we? Yeah, we've been there before. We've been there before, big time. Right, da-da-da. So that's what I've got coming up. You guys, video wise, I know not all of you are a massive fan of urban street things and apocalypsey things. Don't worry, just stick with it. You know, we've only got another week. Yeah, and I'll have got those out of the way, and we'll be on to fresh pastures or fresh continents. Continents. Hello.
What have you been?
Yes. Announce it to YouTube. Yes, I burnt the toast.
Is it toast?
Yeah, I had a piece of toast, and then the kids distract me, and they burn. Don't give me those eyes. They're still up, by the way, and they haven't.
Toast all you've had because I've been out.
No. I had pasta with the kids. Anything else? Sorted the clothes and everything, by the way. How's your nan?
Coming home hopefully soon.
Really?
Yeah.
Is she that better already?
Yeah.
Excellent. Right, well, that's good news anyway.
Just got to wait for the care package to be sorted at home. Social services and walkers and beds and whatever, but she's fine to go home now. She's classed as medically fit.
Excellent. Right, is that their excuse to say, right, she can go home, she's not our problem? Right, da-da-da. Yeah, your map building will be a nice break from the blood of zombies. It certainly will. Burnt the toast? Oh, God, yeah. Right, anyway, someone said they donated. I need to check that. It is morally wrong for me not to. Mark Vaughan's just jumped on, what you call it? Onto Patreon. Nice one. Oh, God. Tom's jumped in. Right. We're going to have to do some names. Right, so let me do names. Tom Ross. Nice one, buddy. Thank you. He's joined the Club of Awesome. Right, I think there's another one. Westside. Thank you, buddy. For your new phone, I heard it was stolen. Yes, it wasn't stolen, it was lost, but I think it's been nicked. I'm hoping it'll turn up, but thank you. Westside. Yeah, Westy deserves something like that, doesn't he? Because he is so gangster, is Westside. I think that's everyone. Please don't miss anyone. Yeah. And then over here. Clickety buttons, clickety buttons. Mark V. Nice one, Mark. Awesome sauce. Right, buttons. Make sure you're clicking the right buttons. Thank you, guys. It is appreciated. Yeah, not just on the fact that I'm like, on the lost phone or anything like that, but just keeping the channel going and sticking with me. I know the stuff that I'm doing right now isn't everyone's cup of tea. So, guys, I appreciate sticking with me on that. And we will be getting back to greener pastures. Maybe some desert, actually. And some apocalypse. And some Burma board. And damn, haven't I got a lot to get back to. So how is Jace doing on the build? Fundraising. No, don't do that. No, don't. Jace, don't. No, I've got no tissues. Ideas for alien plants. What you call it? Go buy some pot puree, mate. Pot puree? Yeah, the smelly stuff. Get the big chunky stuff you want, because that comes with all the weird shapes. It's all dried out. Give it a spray of primer. And tank terrain. Mm. I've got a couple of projects in mind after that. First off, I've got to get back to my Burma board. Yeah, I need to get back to that. Does anyone know how to, like, if you had a photo of a texture, yeah? Does anyone know in Photoshop how you could spread that around a larger picture and make it all smooth without, I know how I could lay it down in tiles sort of thing. Yeah, but that gives me like clear, what you call it, edges, and it's a photo. It's a photo of a texture. Should do the map as Discworld. That'd be cool. Evening, Keeley. Please what? Diggy, yeah, you can make tank traps from the bottom of egg boxes. Did a video on that, didn't we? That's in the Let's Makes. Don't you do it, Jace. Don't you do it. You bunch of bar stewards. I know what you're like. Right, we might as well. I think I've talked about pretty much. Oh no, need to talk about what's coming after the foreground build. Yeah. Now, obviously, we've got the foreground Fable Realms map. That's going to take us into mid next month. Yeah. I've got to have it completed by the last week in July. Keep your time free round about then, Jace. Right, so coming on after, we've got a couple of options. A lot of you have been itching for desert terrain and 15 mil terrain, and I'm thinking combining the two, maybe do World War II for Gale Force 9 tanks. I'd like to feature, some of their terrain that they've brought out for it, but they're not replying to my emails. So if there's anyone who's got any connections at Battlefront, yeah, you know what I mean, Gale Force 9, anywhere up there, give their marketing manager a bit of a nudge. Let's see if we can get a couple of product reviews, and we'll see if we can build a feature board off it. Maybe raffle it off for charity. Otherwise, sorry, I'm just reading comments. And it's weird because, like, you lot are having a conversation amongst yourselves, so that quite often I feel left out of it, to be perfectly honest. I look there and it's like, yeah, you're talking amongst yourselves, aren't you? I've got no, I can't even join the because I don't even know what you're talking about. Build a board for the army. I wish I could build a board for the army. Some buildings made in the Middle East style will be virtually timeless and would be great tutorials. Yeah, I'm thinking about what you call it. If I'm going to do desert, yeah, I figure let's hit it hard. And what I'll do is I'll do a feat, because the good thing about 15 mil is the techniques you would use for 15 mil in the desert are pretty much the same techniques that you would use for 28 mil in the desert. Because the real issue when it comes to things that are natural that people struggle with between 15 and 28 mil, it's things like trees and bushes. And there's not many of them in the desert, so we don't really have to worry about them. Or long grass and things like that, the size of flower bushes and stuff like that. Yeah, when it comes down to the desert, it's pretty much rocks and sand and dry stuff. Yeah, so in which case, that's pretty scaleless. So I'm thinking I can do a board that fits 28 mil gaming, yeah, and fits what you call it, 15 mil gaming, and then have, say, a modular section I can drop in, yeah, with the buildings on that are specific to a certain scale. which makes it a dual scale board. And I've been playing around with a lot of World of Tank ideas, and I'd like to replicate a few of their concepts they have in their landscapes for battles. You see, the thing about World of Tanks is, and why I like it, is because some people have been paid a lot of money to design balanced environments to play on. Yeah, now that's the challenge as a terrain builder. So if I can nick their ideas on how to balance a pass up or how to balance a road up, you know what I mean? Then I will. Yeah, but but going back to the idea of desert, so I figure, look, we've done a lot of green stuff on this channel, and you know we will continue to do because there's still a lot to cover. To be perfectly honest, we haven't even touched rivers. I don't think we've, other than reviewing Pegasus Hobbies one, I don't think we've ever touched rivers. You know what I mean? So there's still a lot of work to do in the greenfield arena. Yeah, but if we're going to do deserts and I'm going to do a board, I might as well do something pretty monstrous. You know, 8x4. You know, do something that covers loads of different techniques that we can use at different scales, and throw in some product reviews along the way. So that's the battle plan with that. When you've gone build a ferry board. Lots of people like the World of Tanks. You can find me on World of Tanks, yeah, by searching for the name, the Terrain Tutor. Should you ever be playing on it. Hey, babe. Are they alive, dead? Like that. Uh, if if you've watched it, if you've ever find yourself in a game, yeah, against a lone electo with the username the Terrain Tutor, nice killing you. 8x6 for Warhammer. 8x6 for Warhammer. You see, that's the other project. Yeah, if I don't do desert, then Mel needs to build an apocalypse table. I'm talking Warhammer Apocalypse. I'm definitely interested in 8th. Definitely interested in 8th. Yeah. Well, we saw Kez on camera. You certainly did. Yeah. Definitely interested in 8th edition. God might roll again, I think. Yeah. And I sold my last city fight board. Well, it wasn't a board, it was a collection of scatter terrain. It was about 4 boards worth. Yeah, but I sold it. I had an airfield, a city, cathedrals, canal system, loads of defences and that sort of stuff. Yeah. So I need to build something new. And if I'm going to build something new, well, the last time I built a city fight board was 10 years ago. Reckon I can do something much more interesting this time. Hey, Kat, how's it in California? Warm? To quote Bob Geldof. Oh, Mel, I'd love to see some apocalypse board. Oh, just let me shut this door. Oh, yeah, I'd like to do an apocalypse board, a proper one. If I do an apocalypse board, then let's be honest, it's got to be an 8x6, hasn't it? It has to be an 8x6 because you're not going to fit my apocalypse terrain on a 6x4. Paradise. We have cake. What sort of cake?
Eating nest, they call tarts. Or chocolate brownies.
It's weird cake. Right. Now, I do realise that you lot are trying to raise money for me to have a new phone. Okay, right, I suppose I better check, hadn't I? And...
It was an accident!
Okay, nothing as yet. Alright then. Back to it. Right. So, yeah, I'm definitely thinking apocalypse board. Yeah, but I'm thinking big. Really big. Really big. Now, I have a couple of challenges and a couple of. I'm tempted. Yeah. You see, what I want is I want the 40k symbology. Symbology? Symbology? Symbols. Iconography. Iconography. Yeah, I want the 40k iconography all over it. I also want to use a lot of GW parts. Yeah, to sort of help maintain that 40k. The bulk of it is going to be scratch built, but I want to use that to tie the scratch built into it. Yeah, but they're expensive. And I can't see GW, what you call it, sort of giving them to me. Yeah. So I'm wondering whether to shoot GW an email and say, excuse me, would you mind if I cast them? But the only way I can think they'd let me off with that is if we were going to raffle it off, if we were doing it for charity. So I don't know what to do. If we raise the money, Kez has to appear on the show and say thanks or soz. Jace, you could raise $1,000 and Kez ain't going to do that. Kez don't appear on screen. Maybe a passing flash. But you know that.
Especially not now.
Yeah, Kez, especially not now. Greed Workshop. I mean, anyone got any contacts at Games Workshop? I don't know anyone. And Jez is saying, 8th is drawing back many of us old men. I'm thinking of it too. I hear you, mate. Don't tell them and paint them grey before you do the video. I can't risk it, mate. If I had any sort of issues like that, it could cost me my channel. I just can't risk it. How much have I got so far? Ooh! Well, we've just had another one. I think we're up to about about £60. Mel's Drag Phone Fund. Oh, Tamsin, thank you. Yeah, Drag Mel. Caused a bit of a palaver on the terrainiacs group.
Some people have far too much time to worry about like unimportant.
Turns out that the photo that was posted of me in drag started a massive debate that was pointed out, yeah, that it might be offensive to the trans community, and that just kicked it all off. And it was like, I don't need this. I mean, you would think, yeah. I mean, just between me and you guys, yeah, I might like the feel of a dress against me. You know, it might be cooler in the summer. I might walk around with a towel wrapped around me, yeah, in a kilt. In fact, yeah, I can tell you right now, I quite enjoy wearing a kilt, okay? But I am not transitioning. I am not trying to join any sort, and therefore.
What used to be your excuse for dressing up, yeah, on fancy dress in a skirt? What was your excuse?
You wouldn't believe how many drag Mels there's actually been.
I've got loads of photos. They're just in the attic. Go on, how many?
Oh God,
Yeah, and why? Because girls can't help but have to have a look. It gets you all that attention.
Yeah, you go out, yeah, out with a bunch of fancy dress. If you go out in drag, women do not keep their hands off you. We used to do it at squaddies. We used to go out, all of us in drags.
But with your beard and everything.
Oh yeah, beards and everything. You know, clearly men, yeah. But my God, the women have flocked to you.
I was going to say our best man at our wedding was a transvestite, wasn't he?
Not at the actual wedding, I should
Not at
point
the
out.
wedding. No, he wore a suit at the wedding. Yeah, a normal suit.
Tranny Helen. Oh, there's some stories. I can tell you, there's some stories. What's the quote? May you live in interesting times. Do you know what? I daren't go back to the comments. I just daren't. Here we go. Need bleach for the eyes. Kez is telling now. I need to get, yeah, Townsend's on this. Thank you, Townsend. Sorry, Doug. That sort of cut in there. Didn't mean to. Appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Oh. Now, here's the good thing. Yeah. There are a selection of truly horrific photos of me in drag from parties in the past. Yeah. Really horrific. I mean, they'll scar your mind. They'll scar thinking nightmares. Yeah. But they're in the attic. Yeah. And I know for a fact there's spiders in the attic, and Kez will not go. Kez has never been in our attic. Ever. She never stuck her head, yeah, above the hatch because we've got spiders' nests or old spiders' nests all the way around the hatch. Yeah, she just won't risk it. Yeah, so I'm safe. Okay, forget drag now. Can we start fun to get Kez into the attic? And to turn a texture into seamless tile background. That's a texture. Can it do what you got? Colour thread. I'm just copying that. Got that link, thank you, sir. Hey! Ziv? Is it Ziv, dude? Ziv, Rick? Nice one, buddy. He's chipped in as well. Another fiver. 65. 65? Let's get him on the screen. Thank you, buddy.
That isn't a cake.
I was going to come make a brew to go with it.
Is that a hint?
No, it's just a statement. No, don't you throw that stuff at me.
It's running all through my hands.
Well, it's a non-Newtonian liquid.
No.
Yes.
Catch.
No.
Catch.
No.
Throw it. One,
don't.
2.
The dog will catch it and die. He thinks it's a ball. Do you know the effect of borax on a dog? I'm not catching it. It'll turn into a liquid in midair. I'll end up wearing it.
Shall we see? Go on, catch.
No, unless you think. Oh.
It's dead good fun playing with, isn't it?
Oh, this is borax.
Fart putty.
Fart putty. We make it for the kids. Yeah. Now the great thing about borax is, while it's moving, it's solid.
It's like cornflour.
Yeah. When it stops,
It's gonna land in your cake.
It's not going to land in my cake. I'm going to catch it. Yeah. It goes.
It's so much fun. Who needs fidget spinners?
Yeah, so what you can do is you throw it around and get a decent mass. Ready to catch. Oh! Kez can't catch for shit. It's gone everywhere.
Okay, might have a few dog hairs in it.
All right. Right, sorry. Ziv, thank you, buddy. Thanks for chipping in and helping me get a new phone. I really appreciate it, dude. All right, we're up to our 65, I think. Thank you, guys. Okay, right. Right, I've got that link from that. Right, we better get back to the comments, haven't we? Slight distraction with a bit of borax throw in there. How to make it? It's awesome. Kez, how'd you make it?
PVA, half cup PVA glue,
Yeah.
half cup of water,
Yeah.
cold water. Mix that together with your food colouring.
Yeah, so 1 cup of watered down PVA, 50-50 mix.
Yeah, you can do that as well. Yeah, and a quarter of a cup of cold water and 1 heaped teaspoon of borax mixed together till it dissolves, and then you mix that with your PVA and water.
Right, so you get a quarter of a cup of hot water. Cold water. Yeah. 1 heaped teaspoon. Yeah, for American people, that's the little one.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they use cups and stuff like that.
It dissolves, and then you mix that with your PVA and water and food colouring.
And it goes like that. There you go then. We call it slime and we make it puke green. Lovely. Nighty night, night Max. But Trippy Kitten, first time I make it to the live shooter. Nice one, buddy. Top Gun, hello, buddy. Yeah, that was a good splat. What's borax when it's at home?
It's a detergent.
It's a detergent, I'm told.
Get it on eBay.
Mel, you've got another $5, dude. Thank you. Oh, awesome, dude. Thank you. Oh, Graham's in as well. Right, okay. Graham's chipped in for 20. Nice one, Graham. Thank you. Let's get Graham on screen. I need a script for this. See, that's the one thing about that super chat that I did like. The fact that it does actually fly up on the screen. Graham on. Nice one, buddy. Right. I've got to make sure I haven't missed anyone. Jez is in. Nice one. Right, so that's 85, and with Jezza, we're on 90. We're starting to lose names. Sorry, guys. Nice one, Jez. Thank you, buddy. Right. Is that everyone? Jace. Okay, what were we on? Were we on 85? Chase has jumped in with what you call it. Get Mel a new phone fund. 25. So that is 90, 110. Nice one, guys. He's managed to slip that in. Wow. How is he doing with the Greek? What was it? What was Greek? I'm losing my words tonight, guys. You are keeping me typing. Jace G in the house. Nice one. So, yes, I have a feeling this show might go on a little longer. I don't know. I'm just going to make sure I've not missed anyone. I don't think I've missed anyone. If I have, bully me. Thank you, guys. I do appreciate it. Right. Oscars, is it for the drag? Just mention the drag again. Shh. Don't mention the drag. You'll give Kerry ideas. Turns out that's You need £500 for a Sterling, for a Samsung S8. Isn't that one of those hand grenade ones? Where you switch it on and then you've got like 13 seconds before the battery blows. You missed me twice. Have I? Arnie, I haven't seen. Ewan's coming with 20. That's 130. More names. Kaz, can I have a cup of tea? Can I have a coffee, please? Juan. Juanes. Whose charger?
Mine. My phone.
Only you can decide whether that statement is true. Right. I need to make sure I haven't missed anyone. Daniel, we've covered Dan. Inge, we did Inge. We did Tom. We did Westy. We did Tamsin. Ziv. Yeah, we got Ziv. Graham. Jez. Jace. Ewan. Yeah, I've covered everyone. I'm damn sure I've covered everyone. I'm pretty damn sure I've covered everyone. Right, back to the watch click comments. Mel, do the money dance. Bring forth the sacred brew. I like it when Mel gets overwhelmed a bit. You lot like doing that to me, don't you? Roughly. Hey, what? Hey? Oh no, I also bought Sarissa Precision Retail Store Large and did it off my old game store, roughly. Read the first sentence first, both. Don't start at the last. Shout out all the boys at Hate and Anvil. What's Hate and Anvil before I shout them out? It's not like a Ku Klux Klan club, is it? Or something like that. Money dance. A little bit of a go for dance. Fantasy Space Terrain. What's the plan for the community natter section? That's the plan for next week, because you know everything went a bit Pete Rock-tong this week. Right. I think since we have if you need Mel to do the money dance, type. Abbey Industry. John, you're gonna have to be clearer, dude. I'll give him a shout out if the gamers. Hate and Anvil, guys. Right. Oh. Shout out to the DMFC. Right, you can stop this shout out. Oh, you can stop that, Anthony, right now. Right. Let's get to the meat and bones of this, shall we? Jason's really on it to get me a new phone. What are we up to? I think we're up to 130 right now. Oh, God, you're off again. Ant's in for 10. That's 140. Hey, Kez, I might actually get a phone. And G's in the house. Right. We really should get to, the terrain asking questions. 11 of you have donated tonight. And Mark signed up on Patreon. Thank you, guys. Right, do the money dance. The money dance. Close. Make it rain on Mel. He needs a new phone. Oh, Andrew, it doesn't matter. If you're a patron, you're cool, dude. Shout out for the club drag, Mel. Calm down. Halfway there. Mel is closer to a new phone than I am to a Greek pantheon. When did you find out about Jace? When did Beth tell you that, oh, Dad, I need a Greek pantheon? Stand up for the money dance. I will money dance when we hit the 350 and we get the new phone. Hey, Greg, I understand that one, buddy. Money dance attracts money. 11 p.m. last night, she told you. Andrew's been a patron for over a year now. Thanks, bud. I do appreciate it, you know. You keep this madness going. Shall we money dance it? Well, let's be honest. Yeah, I've never had much self-esteem on it. Well, self-esteem, self-respect, respect of any sort. So even the dog's looking at me pitiful. Oz, really? What? No, you can't have my cake. I don't care. You're not having me cake. Okay, tell you what. If we can, I'll give you, if we do another 50, yeah, by the time I've finished my cake, yeah, I'll do full on go for dance. It's over to you. Now the question is, does Mel eat cake slowly or quickly? You keep the madness going, I'm just along for the ride. That's what I'm here for, isn't it? It's Sunday night, this is what we do. We have a bit of a giggle before facing the week next week. You know, it's back to reality tomorrow. I'm going to be wandering into a studio going, how the bloody hell am I going to build an entire continent? Why did you accept this commission post? We're down to half. Oh. Nice one, Greg. Nice one, dude. Nothing as yet. I'm halfway through the cake. I'm going to dodge this money dance. Yeah, and Jace is my slave driver. You're not having any of my cake. Forget it. No, don't look at me like that. It's not happening. I don't care how much you draw. Sad eyes don't work on me. You know sad eyes don't work. Stop it. You're not having me cake. Master of my own destiny here. I suppose at some point, no dance, no money. Oh, Westy. Look it. See, I try to like, right, you've got to do this, you've got till then, it doesn't work. You're like, dance for me, bitch, dance for me. I ain't dancing. It's your call, dance or cash. Right, Westy, I'm going to throw it at you then. Bring it. You guys wanted it? Full on go for dance. Get it on. So tell me about your dad. What does he do for a living? He dances on YouTube for money. You absolutely. Oh, what have you got? You got
No, I
photos.
just want to show you something dead quick. Just fell asleep in his dinner.
Oh, the grandson. You got the photo? He looks like Nath after a piss up. Got the photo of the sumo.
My phone's going to die.
So of course it is.
Give it 5 minutes.
All right. Right, there you are, you bastards. Make it rain, Westy's saying. No worries, Max. Catch yourself off. Don't worry. Now it's your choice. Either you want money or you don't. Dancing. Money dance generates money. Shall we see if the money dance generates money? And the proof that the English is, I've never claimed to be a decent dancer. I've had dancing lessons with Kez. I can foxtrot. No shit, I can foxtrot. Seriously. I could do some grinding movements to like various gangster type music. That's me just trying to get lucky rather than dancing. Right. We've got a new $1 pledge. After that, I sell my soul. Oscar, thank you, buddy. Westy, you lied to me, you bastard. Now, I'm pretty sure there was something about this show being like, you know, a terrain Q&A. Right, let's get Oscar on the screen. See, I knew it. Now, it isn't O, it's one of those O's with the two little dots on, but I have no idea how to get that symbol on this computer. So, let's get back to it. Uh-oh, Money Dance did work. Kathy Swift. 18, what are we up to? 150 now? Thank you, Kathy. I do appreciate it, my love. Yes, my love. Right. They're public. Right. No, those photos are upstairs. We're safe. We're safe. I think. Thank you, Kathy. Yeah. I think we're good. I think we're good. Right. Comments. Fox what? Does Mel twerk for tenors?
I've put the sumo pictures on the terrainiacs group. Are you listening? The sumo pictures, terrainiacs group.
Thank you, my love. Jace will be linking to them shortly, no doubt. If he hasn't glued his his fingers to a Greek pantheon. You need you need the German keyboard for that, Mel. I'll leave that to the watchcullet. Looks more like Charlie Foxtrot. Almost 180. 180 we're on now. Oh, almost 250 you said. See, the dance worked. Will's off. Catch you later, Will. We really should do the terrain question and answer. That's what rakes in the money for all my employees. You need to dance after each donation. Westy, you work in the adult cam world. Of course, everyone in your world dances after after they receive a donation. That's what they're receiving the donation for. It normally involves them taking some clothes off with it.
I'm wondering after we're doing that.
Fat Mel. Oh, Jason sent a link. Even I've got to check this. I haven't even seen these photos. You can see the fear in my face, can't you? Oh, God. Yes, they're on the Terrainiacs group, and you do not need to be a member of the Terrainiacs to follow that link. I think it is a public post. That's a share. That's gone. Sorry. It's slightly distracted. People are sharing things in my group. That's not happening. Not having that. Right, back to the comments. We're only going to have a 20-minute question and answer section about this. You seem to know a lot about cam girls. Really? Keep the clothes on, Mel. Oh, Andrew, I will. I will. Hey up, Elster Nation. Thank you, dude. Did you do the minis for it, did you? Nice one, but they were really nice models. I saw them painted up and they looked lovely. Nice one, Elst. Bit of a gut. You could have sent them to me and I could have photographed them on the terrain. Mathematically, I've just finished Simple Urban Ruins and Walls, but as a first thing, I'm kind of getting depressed from all the grey now. What would you suggest as a good green terrain starter? Hill. Everyone loves a hill. They're not too complicated. Throw some rocks on it. Make it look like a pair of boobs. Yeah? But don't put rocks right at the top, because that's just taking the mick and you won't be able to place troops on top. You don't have to be a member, but you'd be mad not to be a member of one of the best communities on the interweb. I've got to say, yeah, the terrainiacs is, other than a very rare exception where, things crop up and they're dealt with quickly and mercilessly by our leader, Kez. Ban, 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 ban. To be truthful, we don't really have drama in the group, and it is a good group. So if you're not a member, I do suggest joining. I really do. Well, he did say that every terrain maker has the terrain and a real job. No. I say every professional terrain maker had a real job before they were a terrain maker. I'm not taking the mick out of it. Yeah, every terrain maker I've ever spoken to always... Hey, you decent, Batman? Every terrain maker I've ever known, yeah, has always referred to their previous career as the real job. But then again, you've got to remember, yeah, you don't get into terrain making as a passion, as a living, unless it's your passion. So even the worst days don't feel like, I've never had a day when I haven't wanted to go work. Do you know what I mean? I've got terrain. I've had days where I'm walking in and I'm thinking, oh God, I've got 13 hours of painting graffiti, or I've got 13 hours. I mean, I remember going into the D-Day board and thinking, I've got 2 days worth of painting rocks to do. 2 days. Yeah, they were a long 2 days. So Palletgate and Dragnell weren't drama. Yeah, they were a bit of drama, but quickly dealt with. Welcome aboard, Sam. Under wraps is what I'm meant to say. I didn't see what you were supposed to say before. So, if you were doing this for a salary, what would you ask per year, month, week? As a salary, yeah, I'd like probably about 26k. And I say that because that pretty much shores up everything and gives, us, with me being a provider, a pretty comfortable life for the kids and that sort of stuff. That one there. Keep him in the manner he's become accustomed to. It was his birthday yesterday, so wish him happy birthday.
Yay.
Yeah, he's 12, not 13 yet. Nice try, lad. What are you eating? Yorkshire puddings. You had some of your nan's Yorkshire puddings, have you? Right. He's also, because I've lost my phone, he doesn't have access to his homework app. So he's looked out this weekend because he's got a get out of jail free card for not doing any homework until Dad gets a new phone. So if you'd like the lad to do homework, remember you can drop a donation to tonight's fundraiser. Get Mel a new phone fund, yeah? At the address that's on screen now. That'd be good, wouldn't it? To get Dad a new phone.
Better off if you save money.
Really?
Yeah. Works both ways.
Works both ways. Oh, lad, I love you.
Better for me.
Yeah.
For you.
Come here, give me a love. Bedtime now.
Let's strangle.
I'm not going to strangle you. I'm going to wait until I'm off camera for that, guys.
Wait, what?
Go on. Just love you, lad. Right, get yourself off. You've got
See ya.
to school tomorrow. I'll see you in the morning, big man. Love you. I'll pass. So thank you for all the birthday wishes. He did have a good day, in all honesty. Yeah. He's old enough to go work in the mines. He's old enough to go work in the studio.
And he got out to dog poo for the day.
He did get out of his dog poo duties for the day, didn't he? Why doesn't he have his own phone? Because he lost his.
Did he catch up today?
On what?
Dog poo.
No.
2 days worth he's gonna have.
Yeah, he has. We want to see the slaughter. Oh, just go back to previous live shows. There's plenty of footage of me beating up my children. Before this becomes like a DeFranco sort of, you know what I mean, expose on me abusing my children. I just play rough, you know, we just play, you know, we don't, I'm not filming them to get ratings for beating them up and censor, you know, there's none of that. You know, it was just a bit of family banter. Yeah, that. Daddy, no, not Daddy of 5, nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I hope to appreciate that, you know, you guys get enough insight into my life to see that we're a happy family, you know, and although my kids do my bloody head in at times, yeah, I'm not going to abuse them or hurt them. Not on purpose anyway. You know, a stray shot, you know, with a Nerf gun, you know, perhaps I was aiming at his foot and has got his knack as well, you know, shot went high, lad, you know, what can you do? Only happened once, poor lad. But then again, the amount of times I've been shot with Nerf bullets and everything else he makes. Thank you. You've seen it tonight. My wife threw bloody borax at me. Sam, congratulations. Right, I better check emails, haven't I? Nothing. Don't think it's nothing. Yeah, we're good. Right. Make him mow the lawn again. He's got to mow the lawn anyway. Like Homer and Bart. Yeah, a bit like Homer and Bart. How much you were on, Mel? Kathy got us up to 180, I believe. So we're close. What's the going rate for a G5? Nothing meds don't fix. Very true. Very true. Well, you see, we sort of skipped the terrain question answers. So listen, if there's anyone here who's desperate for an answer terrain-wise, yeah, post it now. Remember to prefix your question with the word question. G5 between 250 and 350. We're about 70 quid off from the first. No worries, Sam. What is a G5? LG, isn't it? I only had that. To be truthful, I only went with the G5 because it was what you call it. It was a really good camera on it. See, that's what I use my phone for. I mean, phone-wise, I don't really ring people. You know, I'm crap at the social media stuff. Yeah, but it's like it's what I use for taking all my photos at the shows. So I'm just wondering, did I take the Warhammer World photos off it? Oh, please tell me I took the Warhammer World photos off it. Please, 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 please. Ooh, I wonder. Couldn't you just buy a camera? To be truthful, Ewan, I could, but the ability from the phone to be able to upload to social media, you know, be able to transfer onto Google Drive and then me grab it on the computer for the editing, yeah, it makes it a lot easier to sort of, what you call it, sort of get the content out there. You know, quite a lot of the times, you know, I am very much a snap, right, I need to post this, I need to do that sort of thing. What would you suggest for making a boot print or what on terrain prints like create some muddy area? What you want to do is you want to get some plastic models, cut off their feet and mount them on cocktail sticks, mate. No, genuinely, that's how you do it. And then whatever sort of covering you put down, yeah, what you need to do is something like talc. sprinkle a little talc over your filler as it's setting, yeah, and the talc will stop what you call the boot sort of sticking to the filler, okay? But then you can press the boot in and get a boot imprint, yeah, and then afterwards blow off the excessive talc, and just paint over it. You only need a little sprinkling. All you've got to do is just basically stop the boot sticking to whatever you're pressing it into. So you basically need it as a barrier. Did you phone? No, what happened was with regards to losing my phone. Yeah, my phone had died, so I passed it to Kez, and it hasn't been switched on since. So it's gone. It's either been wiped. Someone's very smart. They haven't even switched it on. They've wiped it hard. You know what I mean? Yeah, but because it's not powered up, I can't GPS it. And the last place it was sort of GPS track to here. You know what I mean? Where it died. You missed the dancing. He can scroll back. Sounds like a firefight outside. It sounds like machine guns. Oh, Westy. I hope not, dude. Keep us updated. So yeah, that's how I do that. Now, just very quickly, we haven't had many questions tonight, and yeah, we've got about 10 minutes to wrap it up. Now, I could go, yeah, come on, let's see if we can raise some more money, that sort of stuff. But I think you good folks have, you know, you've got me a long way there. You've been awesome, to be perfectly honest. I don't want to keep going on, but tell you what. I'm not sure how to do this or if it's possible to do it whilst we're live. Yeah, so I'm going to have a little mess around. Yeah, so let's go back to the Fable Realms map. Yeah, we'll do it in that. That's okay. Right, guys, you're going to have to stick with me on this one just for a little bit. Yeah, just while I set this up, we'll try and figure out if I can set it up. Right, so let's get rid of that. Let's see if we can add. Just stick with me. Go for a screen capture. Okay, not that screen. Right, I need to very quickly check on here, see what's coming up. Come on, load you git. Right, yes, okay. Right, no, but we need to adjust that. So, right, give me a second, guys. I wasn't expecting to do this, have to do this on the fly. Okay, and then drop that. Right, that should. Yeah, here we go. Just let me make sure that's right. We'll just tell you what, for the last 5-10 minutes, just for a bit of a jolly. Yeah, you got me thinking about Warhammer World, so let's have a look at some pictures, eh? Right, let me pull my comments back up again. Right, obviously now, whilst whilst we had half term here in the UK, me and Corbin decided to go on a bit of a jolly. Yeah? Come on. Don't be a git. Next photo. You're gonna be a git, aren't you? Okay, so that's not going to play. Of course it's not going to play. Of course it's not going to play. Why isn't it going to play? Because it was trying to do it for me. All right, scrap that. Well, I'll save that for the next week's natter then. See, I didn't even plan that and it went wrong. That's a picture of the new Miami Vice, the Stoke version. How long does it take to set up a Patreon account? Not long, mate. Not long at all. It likes because we're getting Peaky Blinders cosplay experience. Corbyn's hat is a flat cap. I picked it up when we were over at Beasts of War. Yeah, and it's a Man of Iron cap, and he loves it. He goes out in it whenever we go out. He wears it. You know, like I'm proper old. I am. How much you got now, Mal? I think we're still on 180, bud. To be perfectly honest. Yeah, still on 180. We've done well though. It's been a cracking show. Thank you, guys. Right, I think what you call it. Since that's died, I think it's time to call it. To be perfectly honest. Steal your materials, yeah. See, that's what you get if you don't dance. I'm getting bullied by Westy. Is that how you talk to your cam models, mate? Does he wear?
It's a job.
It is a job. I'm not dissing it. I'm just saying I'm not one of his cam models. You like a little nipple. Gotta send me money for that one. Yeah, and then I dried it, and then I folded it and put it on the pot. Yeah, it's in here with what you call it, with Corbyn's uniform doc. Sorry, didn't mean to offend you. You didn't offend. Dude, trust me, it takes a lot to offend me.
Don't they know you by now?
Yeah, you're not going to offend me with something like that.
I would say they should know you by now. Not much offending.
Just the fact that the money dance makes more money. The money dance. I'm a dancer for money. You know what? I bloody love you lot. I really do. All right, listen, guys. Yeah, Mel is in need of a wee wee. Yeah, it is 10:30. We have reached the point. Our Q&A section was one question because we've had a bloody good night tonight. We've had a good laugh. Right now, obviously, I will be back. Yeah, a bit like Terminator. Yeah, but a little bit more attractive. Yeah, same sort of chrome shine to the top of the head. I bet that if you dance now, you'll get at least £25 more. I don't know whether to believe him. I'll tell you what then. Drag dance, you'll get, is it safe for Mel to dance? Do you know what? Sod it. In for a penny, in for a pound. Tell you what, guys, I am going to see you next week. Yeah, and before we cut this out, I'm going to leave this show dancing because I'm not going to be able to face you guys afterwards. Whether you donate after that, well, you ain't going to get a shout out for it because no one's going to know but me. So, guys, thank you for tonight. Get the hips ready. Better go for dancing. Oh yeah, thank you guys, and I can't believe I'm doing this again. Right, I'm off. Mel is out of here. No, folks, thanks for a cracking show. Switch it off. Switch it off. Off.